Help resolve disputes between property owners and the appraisal district, and they do this by gathering the evidence presented by both sides and coming to a decision by majority of the members present. And by the way, I'm gonna read this once, I'm not gonna read it 4 times unless you want.
No, that one time is fine.
That is fine.
I've heard it a bunch.
You and the district representative will each be given 5 minutes to present your primary evidence. There's a timer sometimes on the screen, but just 5 minutes. Then we're gonna give both you and the district an opportunity to ask questions of each other to clarify the evidence the other has presented. And we over here, the 3 of us in the ARB board, may also ask questions. Then we're gonna begin to deliberate and come to a decision on the evidence by majority vote. You're welcome to listen to our deliberation, but you can't participate. So the first thing I'm gonna do is ask our operator, and the lady sitting over there, if she will pull up the protest on this one. See what brings you down here. There's your protest. And what box, what do you want? I mean, that sounded bad. We got the failure to receive. Are you looking for value, or why are you, other than the failure to receive, which we have now done?
Yeah. Originally, it was because
You didn't check any other boxes.
Well, yeah. This is a new notice. The original notice I actually have. I think I brought it with me.
He's talking about the protest, right? Your previous protest?
Yeah. So that when I originally protested these, I was doing it for incorrect appraised market value or
Right.
value unequal compared to
No,
other properties.
Okay, so
Yeah, the
you're
first one
marking
was
it,
checked.
that's fine, you don't
Yeah,
have
yeah.
to show it to me, I believe you.
This.
Okay, in the 14 days, what do you got on that, Ms. Morgan?
Nothing was sent.
Okay.
Yeah. So well, I can tell you, we purchased this thing at the end of 2022,
Mhm.
and then we were doing a complete rehab at the turn of the year. So this thing was open, had windows out, siding pulled off. You can see all the rotten wood in the photos. It was nowhere near 160. So I think when we bought it in 2022, it was valued at 104. So, and then we tore it apart, so it was worth less than 104 at the turn of the new year.
What value are you asking us to consider?
If I would have to put a number on it at that
You
time,
don't have to, it just helps us.
I really don't know, because I mean that thing was open to the elements. It had everything out. Inside was tore apart, as you can see, flooring up. I mean, it was not a livable structure at the moment.
Let me go back to a technical point. Ms. Morgan, you said y'all did not submit the 14-day evidence.
Correct.
On what? I mean, he didn't get, he didn't file a protest.
He requested the evidence on both,
Okay.
his original protest and on the.
Oh, okay.
And on the late one.
Because if we have a
Um,
gap in there.
He wrote it in the
Okay.
bottom part.
Okay.
So it was requested, it just wasn't the
Okay.
box, so the system missed
No, that's
it.
fine.
The system notifies us when we have that box
Follow
checked.
up on that.
Yeah, no, it was requested and it was not sent.
You continue to object to the fact that the district cannot produce evidence?
Yes, sir. Yes. So, yeah, since I didn't get any of it, then it can't be used in the
What's your
decision.
position on that?
I can rebut.
Can rebut?
There is a statement that was made that was not correct. The value was not 104, that was the value of the improvements only,
Okay.
last year, so it was at 115, 315 last year, not 104.
Okay.
115, 315?
Yes,
Oh.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am, the 104,
Okay.
627 was
Can we pass
improvements
that?
only,
Let me see.
yes.
We're gonna look at the pictures real quick. so.
Yes.
When were these pictures taken?
At the time that the work was being done, would have been January.
23?
Yes. January, I believe, like 3rd or 4th.
Okay.
The very first ones, though, with the siding still on, that's right when we bought it, November 22.
Okay. But they are, yeah.
Yeah. Then you'll see as you progress through them that everything was removed. And I mean, y'all can go verify permits were pulled at Development Services, so it's in there.
Is confirming what he said considered rebutting?
I mean, development services doesn't give you the details of the permits anymore.
Okay.
It used to actually, but now you just see that there was a permit on this date. You don't see what it was really or
Right.
Okay, that-
anything,
I
so,
just
I mean,
Didn't know if there was something, element there. Obviously, we want as much information as we can.
I can pull it for you if you would
No,
like.
that's okay, if it doesn't have.
I mean, you'll see a date, it'd be either January 2nd or January 4th.
How's it going now? Is it occupied, is it?
It's going good. It's going good. It's a lot of work though. I mean, once we opened up and found all the rotten wood, it was a lot more than we expected under that old siding. And it turned out that they had old cast iron plumbing in there as well that we're gonna have to rip out and redo with PVC. All the old vent lines going up, because that's a 1930s build. And I guess around probably the 70s, they redid the plumbing, and that's when that cast iron was popular. And they did all the vents, so we're gonna have to pull all those out and put PVC in. So it turned out to be a lot bigger of a project than we initially thought, and so it's taking a little
I'm
longer.
gonna ask you again, what do you think it is? I mean, here's the difficulty I'm having. I'm not gonna speak for my fellow board members. We're not appraisers. We look at your pictures and go, yeah, we believe you. This thing is all torn up and you're fixing it. It's gonna be there.
Yeah.
And on January 1, apparently, it's in the same shape.
Right.
The district has appraised you at $160,914. And so for us to make a lay judgment, which is essentially what we'd be doing on your pictures, it kind of puts us in a bind. I mean,
I got you. Well, so
give us some feel for what you think.
this is what I do
Not
all day
it,
and every
but
day.
I'd like to know.
So my main DBZ Resources DBA is Corpus Christi Home Deals. We buy, sell, fix, flip, rent. We do land, commercial buildings, single family homes. And I also own the Corpus Christi Real Estate Investors Association. I hold monthly meetings where I teach people how to do this. I bring in expert speakers. We do this every day. I work with appraisers every day. I work with lenders. I work with realtors. So while I understand the licensing on considering someone an expert, I am an expert in all of this.
Okay, so if I came to you right now and I said, hey, tell you what,
I
Dave,
would
I wanna buy
my
this. I
professional
saw the
opinion
picture.
that it would have been worth $60,000 because you got about $10,000 on the land value, and that thing as a shell only was worth about $50,000.
So if I said I'll buy it right now, how much you want? I'll pay cash. You tell me 60.
At January
Right now,
1,
right now.
at January 1, I would tell you
Oh, okay.
because that's what this hearing is about. The value on
Okay,
January
I got you.
1.
Okay.
That was a very tricky maneuver there.
Okay. I'm not trying to be. I'm just trying to gather. as much
Oh, I
information.
work around a lot of attorneys too. I know how
I
the
didn't
language
even know
works.
I was an attorney. Guys, where are we? Let's
I'm
move-
glad-
wait,
I'm glad
Wait, she's
y'all aren't the
got
only
something.
ones
Miss
recording this.
Morgan's got something.
I can rebut and give an opinion of value.
Okay, you could also give an opinion as to land because he said it was worth 10 grand.
Yes, the land, actually, he's very close on the land. The land value is 10,688, so
What will
he's
you
very
do?
close on that.
Okay.
The,
Do this every day.
however, our standard deduction for unlivable properties, which would include a gutted property, is we extract the land value and then we do 50% on the improvements, which, since I can't show the grids, I'm just gonna give the value that it would be if I was to apply the 50% to the notice value. So I took out the land value, took the.
You object to what she's doing?
I'm listening.
No, I understand, but,
I'd like to hear how she's come to her.
no, that's okay. I just wanted to say that she's,
It's,
I think she's.
I got you. Yeah, I do not object. I know
Okay.
she's not supposed to be presenting any of their evidence, but
And
she's
I'm
saying
not.
how she's getting her number. I'd be interested to hear.
I just,
Okay.
again, wanna make sure we're all.
yeah,
on the same
that's
page.
just my rebuttal to the valuation.
Right, no.
And I'm not gonna show any grids or anything. So standard is 50% physical after extracting land and then adding the land back in. That value would be 123,357.
Okay. When did you buy this thing?
November 22.
Or you gonna object if I ask her, would they honor the purchase price?
I would object.
I mean, you testified the purchase price was $104, $115.
No, that's what they had on their notice
Oh,
as
okay.
the improvement value.
Are you willing to share the purchase price?
No, sir.
Okay, that's fine.
I just know that their value of 115 for 2022 was still valid in November. That's when we bought it. It was tore apart after that. As of January 1st, it was apart. So it is definitely not worth 115 that they had for the 2022 value. There's no way it could be. If it was worth that much on
You're
2022,
paying still on your, $60,000 January 1?
that's what my professional opinion
Okay, yeah,
would be.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Board questions?
Am I able to rebut
Yeah,
the
you
statement
can.
that there is no way it could be worth that or not? That's a tricky one, I wanna make sure.
Again, what was the no way statement? No way it was worth 115?
That it could be worth more than 115 tore apart. After in November of 22, it was only worth 115. Now it's studs, rotten wood. We
Right.
found all
I
the
don't
plumbing.
think
Like
so.
there's no way that it could increase
Morgan, I
past.
don't think you can do that.
115.
That's getting into speculation, evidence, all that sort of stuff.
Okay.
Board. Members, Ms. Green, Ms. De La Cruz Rodriguez, anything?
It's,
I
well, I
try to agree
mean,
with you, Ms. De La Cruz Rodriguez.
when you take, the land off, and then 50% of that, I'll come up with a different figure. What'd you come up with? But as he did purchase that in November, at, 104 with the conditions that it was in. So,
What's your number, Karen?
what's my number? I was gonna see. So what she gets if we come to agreement,
75?
no, or 75, I got 85, 801, but yeah, that, but then you add land
Oh,
back
then
into
you-
that.
Yeah, and then you add the land back to it.
You're right.
Yeah, I came up with 85,801, so I would do 85,000.
85,000, okay. Make a motion as to market please at 85,000, all those in favor?
Aye.
None opposed, motion carries. Next to equity. Same motion, I assume, 85,000, or we
Yes.
could go to, we could go even
Or-
85,000, how's that?
Okay.
Motion made and seconded, all those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries, 85,000.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna tell you about, getting letters and stuff, but let's do the next one.
Okay.
Okay? And again, we're not gonna go through all the rigmarole we just had to, I hope. 39,144,
This was
Sarah,
was
is that?
143?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, this will be 39,144. And let's see where we are. See the sheet here.
This one is Sherman.
Okay, so. Okay, are we ready? Okay, this is Nueces County Appraiser Review Board. We're gonna continue, with, DBZ Resources. My name is Brian McCabe. I'm chair of this hearing. I'm joined by,
Karen Green.
Lloyd de la Cruz
from the
Rodriguez.
district we have,
Rebecca Morgan.
and from DBZ we have.
Ryan Moore.
Okay, Mr. Moore, we're gonna go and, you have agreed, we don't have to go through all the choreographed.
Yes, sir.
steps,
Yes,
but I
sir.
do need to read it in, it's gonna be 39,144, account number 158500040280. Owner is DBZ Resources, and the situs, come back. The situs is 1729 Sherman Street here in Corpus. Any evidence you got on this, would you please give it to her? If you have it, if we don't have it.
This one, no, so this one, Scotland and Cornelia,
Mhm.
I had it in a different folder, and I did not realize I didn't grab it. So I don't have my physical evidence with
Tell
me
us
on
it's
this.
on your phone, because we need a phone.
Yeah,
Christmas is coming, man. You
Right.
gotta get something.
I gotcha.
Okay, then why don't you go ahead, again, let me go ahead and restate, you are taking the position that you requested evidence and you did not receive it. District, you have confirmed that y'all didn't send it.
Yes,
We'll cover that on for the record.
correct.
And so you're maintaining that position.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so tell us what you got to do.
This one
Oh, wait,
here.
should we look at let's look at the protest on this one. If it's the same as it was on the last one, that's kind of why I missed it, because we're just protesting,
Yeah, so this is the new protest.
Mhm.
The original one was for incorrect appraised value.
Okay.
It's in the, in the bottom box.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
and so, tell us what you got.
Yeah, so on this one, this is one of our housing authority properties. So we've got a large family living in this one, a mom and her, I think, 4 kids. This one's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, but we bought it in real rough shape. I meant to bring the housing authority inspection. That was my evidence.
Is
Just
this a section
yeah, that's the housing authority. Yeah, so really that inspection deal was going to show the majority of it. We had to redo the plumbing and the flooring. We had cracks in the walls, tiles, and I can send that over if that we can't do that. Okay. But yeah, since I didn't bring it with me, I don't have that to show y'all.
Okay. So when did you do all these repairs?
We just now got to them because they were doing their reinspection.
Okay, so this was 75K.
Right. That's what
Approximately how much did you spend on the inspections? But they were all done in 23, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, in
January
23.
1, it still had those defects.
Yeah, that they were an issue, and we just got to repairing them. I think we did between the Rottenwood and the plumbing reroute. I think it was about $6,000. That's an estimate, not an exact
Okay.
number. But we did have to do an entire plumbing reroute because the bathroom in the very middle was leaking and flooding the whole yard,
Okay.
and it was a pain because we had to dig a really
You
deep
were
tunnel.
appraised at 75,000. What do you think?
65.
Mm-hmm.
Board members' questions? I didn't hear anything.
I actually
You did
have
hear some rebuttal.
I
Go for
do, and it actually doesn't have to do with what he said, it has to do with the notice. You did receive the notice, correct? The notice of appraised value, not the hearing.
Yeah, the first
Okay.
one, yes, that I filed a
Just
protest
something I
off
wanna
of.
point out on the notice. As soon as I get it on my screen. Can you please switch to my screen, Sarah?
She is entitled to testify as to what the official notice that you got in the mail was.
This is the 2023 notice. I just want to point out that there was no increase in this one because we didn't have sales to justify it.
Okay.
So I just wanted to point out, it didn't go up, it stayed
Right.
because it was in the same condition.
Yes, just FYI, every year I will protest every property.
I believe I've seen you in the past.
Yes, sir.
My 4th year, I think. You believe you've held court out in the lobby?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Teaching an informal seminar.
I own that investors association. I hold full blown meetings teaching them how.
I have heard you. All right, guys, questions, comments?
No, I don't have
For
any questions.
deliberation, and in case number 39144, notice value 75,000, property owner says, I'm sorry, what did you say, 60?
65. Yes, sir.
65, it is a low to moderate income home. He estimates that he had to put 6,000 into repairs, which would go to 69,000. Was noted that this is the same as it was last year because it was. So where do we stand?
About the notice, I mean, the land makes up 12,000 of it, 100, so that leaves, that house is worth 62, in my opinion.
Okay.
What was the land value? What did you say?
12,100.
Okay.
Where are you at?
I was at the 75.
So you're both at notice value, you might have a motion, please, as to market and equity.
Regarding case number 3914, I make a motion that, market and equity be set at 75,000.
Okay,
Second.
motion and second, let's vote as to market, all those in favor.
Aye.
Motion carries as to equity, again, 75,000, all those in favor.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, that one's that one, let's go into 39145. Okay, this is the one on Cornelia. We rolling, Sarah?
Yes.
Okay, this is Mercer County Appraiser Review Board. My name is Brian McCabe. I'm chairing this hearing. I'm joined by
Karen Green.
Lloyd de la Cruz Rodriguez.
We have,
Rebecca Morgan.
you put your name back on the record.
Ryan Moore.
Thank you, Mr. Moore. We're gonna deal with case number 39145, account number 9420000502000. Property owner shown at DBZ Resources. The site has just disappeared.
Sorry.
4413 North Cornelia Circle.
413 Cornelia Circle North in Corpus Christi. Any evidence on this one?
No, this was one of the ones that
That.
was in the other folder.
Okay, go for it.
This
55,000.
is another
Mhm.
housing authority property.
Mhm.
Same thing. We had our annual inspection, so just had some minor things. Nothing. Let's see. Think some toilet leak, some fire alarm, some cracked tile. It'll probably be right around $3,000 to correct.
That's routine stuff.
Yeah. This is
Would be covered typically under depreciation.
somewhat, but as far as it would affect market value if I went to go sell this place, all of that stuff would.
What would your value be?
I think 50.
Okay. Not having the form on our screen, probably not being able to access it, I can't access it to what it was last year.
Actually, I'm gonna throw the notice when it's my turn to rebut.
Oh, it's your turn. I mean, I think you're through, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Can you switch to
I
the
don't have my
screen,
stuff with me,
That's
so.
right. You anticipated my
please? I
question.
have it up already.
I figured you would.
Now,
It'll save you some time. This one also didn't change values from 22 to 23. It was at 55 and 22 and for 23 as well.
Who's the lead?
The land is 9,000 and 9,000. It didn't go up either. It's exactly the same as last year.
Okay. Board members, we have questions, comments?
No.
Anything?
No.
You can,
Everybody said everything they want to?
yes,
Okay. We're going to deliberation, case number 39145, 55,000 notice value. Okay, the wrong one. Property owners testified that there were some repairs that needed to be made, about $3,000. He's at 50,000, where are we? And again, noting that 9,000 in the land.
I'm at the notice,
I'm
you
at
know, without
notice.
pictures or estimates, I can't knock anything off, so on the land is almost, it's 9,000, so I'm at
Okay.
the notice.
And that's
Notice
approval
value.
for market and equity for
Okay.
55,000, market, all those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries, equity, all those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. That concludes this one. Let's look at 39142. And then we'll come back to the other one.
gotcha. So I want to make sure that these are informal, right?
No,
As y'all's notice states.
or the failure to notify is not an informal.
No. So we have that. Yes, I know. That's just to determine that the notice was not properly filed.
did you want an informal?
And then after that, yeah, because especially on this one here, I am not discussing this
Well,
one
then
until I have an
we could
informal.
have gotten you downstairs and moved on with our day. We didn't know
I get that, but
I
that
understand.
they
I
even
don't
the
get
lady
what-
on the phone told me that I would be able to. She said, "Bring evidence in case you want to be able to do an informal."
You should have told them up front.
That I did. I said it on the notice. I checked it. It says it in y'all's notice that that's
Gotta
part of
get
the
back to
procedure.
us. We don't know that. We would have gone.
How do y'all not know your own rules?
We do know our own rules, sir. We don't
Man,
know what
this
they're
is-
thinking.
I'm-
Hey, wait a
this-
minute.
I
Whoa,
cannot
whoa,
wait
whoa,
to go to
out
the
of order.
comptroller.
Hey, dude, stop it, okay?
Don't tell me what to do. You do
I will
not
tell
control
you
me.
what to do. Do we need to call somebody, please?
Terry or?
y'all are violating my rights, and you're gonna try
But
to.
we can have a
Okay.
we can have a
No,
conversation.
Yes, don't tell me. Look, you can ask me, and I will comply, but don't
I'm
tell
gonna
me
ask
what to
you
do.
to
You're
calm
not my
down.
boss. You're not my parent.
Thank God.
Yeah, I was very respectful. I was raised respectful
I understand.
too.
All I asked you was, had you told us we needed an informal, you
if
said
Harry's here,
somehow we're
actually call
neglected
Chrissy.
and not knowing that. How do we
Everyone
know
I've
it?
talked to, from the lady I talked to on the phone to the notices to everything that I
But when you
filed.
checked in this morning, you didn't tell them that.
Yes.
We would have gladly put you downstairs. but we
Anyway, we can continue, but this one I am not discussing because y'all raised this $200,000.
didn't. Okay, we didn't do anything.
They don't have anything to do with
I
it.
know how the system works. Y'all get my drift.
The ARB doesn't do it though, that's the district.
I get it.
But I'm
Y'all
sorry,
work in
the-
conjunction with the
train
legislator.
has already left the station for the first three. You got 85,000. We're just having a bit of disagreement here, Chrissy. He alleges that, I'm sorry, you said it. He wanted an informal, but we didn't know that. He didn't tell us that till just now. We've already done 3 of his cases.
When I
Well,
spoke,
Wait a minute, we're on his 4th case now, and he said, I want an informal. I'm certainly okay with that.
Yes, the other cases, if the motion has already been made,
They've already been made and settled.
And that's
One
it,
of them,
but he
he
can
won
go with
big,
the other
the other
cases.
2 has stayed with the appraised value.
I already said I'm fine with that. I said I
Okay,
wanted to
well, I
make
didn't
sure
pick
we
that
are
up.
not doing this
Okay.
one until I have an informal on
Gotcha.
it.
On the
Okay.
next 2, you want an informal.
Uh,
The other one would be the
The-
Gulf Coast Alchemy.
no, that one I have a HUD for,
But that one is not a failure.
and that's not a
notified.
failure.
That's
Yeah.
not a
Okay, we can
failure.
have a hearing on that. You don't wanna.
Yeah.
you don't wanna-
Okay. Well, I want to wait on Scotland then, and I want to wait on this one. I'll deal
What
with the
does
other ones,
wait
but
mean?
sir,
We've got 2 of them left.
2.
One of them, you're very clear, that one you want an informal.
yes,
The other one is Gulf Coast Alchemy. You want an informal on that?
yeah, because I have a HUD for that one. That is,
We
Right.
have an informal, it's a failure to notify, and we've got record of a notice.
yeah, but I submitted evidence that y'all didn't.
so did y'all already do the 41,411 on
Yes.
that one?
Yes.
And we,
And you approved it?
yes.
No.
No.
I'm sorry, I don't know what
No.
approved me.
On the Gulf Coast?
We have evidence that it, we got the thing back, it's got the stamp on it, it was wrong.
No, not that.
Not on Gulf Coast,
Yeah.
okay, Gulf Coast, we're
So
done.
Gulf Coast has been approved or denied?
Gulf, we haven't heard.
Denied on the
Yeah.
notice. On
I'm
the,
sorry.
We haven't
Sorry,
heard, we
I
haven't
know.
heard that one yet.
You haven't heard that one yet?
No.
No, these are
Okay,
the 2
then
that
he
are
can't
left.
have an informal
Until
until
it's approved.
it has to be approved
That's what
first.
I thought.
If it gets approved, then you can go down as an informal. If it gets denied, you'll get a notice in the mail.
okay, I mean that one. I submitted the HUD on that one to y'all
That's-
well before y'all sent the protest
That's
hearing,
not between, that
And-
issue is not mine.
and it
That-
never got reviewed though.
Okay,
Okay, so
you're
I-
gonna go through with the 41,411 hearing on that one. If it gets approved, then
It
you can
didn't.
go
They already
downstairs with
denied it.
both.
We,
They already
okay, we
denied it.
denied the Gulf Coast,
Yeah,
so you don't get an informal because we did.
that's fine. I'll just appeal to the comptroller.
Hold on.
So a hearing still needs to be held on Gulf Coast.
No, but we denied the 41,411.
Oh, they denied it
They
already?
got the hearing letter on that one only.
Okay,
It was mailed to a different address.
Yeah,
Either
It
that
had
we
a different
made,
owner.
we denied it.
okay, so it's denied, then you don't get an informal on that.
So we go ahead with the formal?
On the Gulf Coast?
Yeah,
No, once it's denied, it's denied.
okay. So.
Okay.
Yeah, and if you wanna.
Who do I talk to about the evidence that I submitted not being reviewed? Because I did it all online. I did it through y'all's online system, and it never got
Can we
reviewed.
refer him to Ms. Nowak?
You're gonna get a determining order in the mail, and that's gonna give you more information as to what to do next.
there
Okay.
are appeal options on
Yes,
that one.
I've got all the appeal paperwork.
Okay,
right
so
here
you-
ready.
So
Go
this one
ahead.
just needs to get the informal.
You're gonna get the informal on this one.
Okay.
Okay, so now let me tell you, you can get, obviously you know this, certified mail in order to determine the protest, which will restate the decisions we've made today on those first 3 cases.
Yes, sir.
And also, I guess, on the one we denied. Letter will also have
I will be
information
appealing
relating
the
to
two that
options
stay
if
the
you
same.
wish to appeal the findings. Look closely at the deadlines, if there are time limitations, and obviously you may not want to, but there's a couple of computer terminals if you wish to participate in an informal survey.
Oh yeah, I take it every time.
Well, you're cool. These hearings are closed, thank you, sir.
Thank y'all.
Did you put that down?
Y'all have-
I really feel sorry for people who don't know their rights in coming to these things. I had to bring the big boss. They will try to railroad you at every opportunity. I'm glad I recorded all of that. I'm gonna keep this going too. Hello. I'm back.
Were all of your properties,
No, I'm just down for 2 of them.
for two, okay, can you, that way I can go ahead and write down.
Let's see, this one is gonna be. 438. Well, that's the appraisal notice. Let's see. Find this.
That's fine, this one.
It might not. Yeah, that was the original. 1621. I know God told me to be quiet up there. I need to.
So they said for this one, you're able to talk to an appraiser?
Yes, ma'am. They approved the 41,411, and then we did not have the formal up there, so I get an informal.
See, they didn't write any notes, so.
Yeah, it got a little heated up there, so they probably shut it down quick.
Hi Amanda, can I give you this property ID number? Two, three, 4, 1, 9, 3. He said that he was, able to speak to an appraiser, even though it says, no show formal. Okay, so can. Yeah, I have another one too that he, do you want that one as well? 189806. Okay. You wanna call me back, or? Okay, ma'am, thanks, bye. Alright, she's gonna check on that. Go ahead and have a seat and we'll see what she says.
So now they're gonna slow roll it. Oh, I cannot wait to take all of these to court.
Sir, just because I heard you going, I just don't want to, I want them to set up expectations for you. If you feel that you're gonna take this above and beyond, every transaction has to be made by the appraiser review in order for you to take that next step.
Yes.
If you settle here.
Oh, I
with
know.
this-
I'm doing this on 5 right now. I do this every year.
No, I'm
And
just
what
making sure, I just don't want you to
they
settle
just
with.
violated my rights up there big
Oh,
time.
I'm sorry.
So
No, I just wanna make sure
Yeah.
that you don't settle with one of us and then you wanna go further, okay?
right,
You wanna
right.
make- then-
No,
you wanna
no,
make it
I understand. I'm just I want to talk with one of y'all to.
Because I understand I heard you what happened upstairs.
Yeah.
I just don't want them to lead you in a.
Well, they
wrong
started into the formal without allowing me informal. They did 3 of them and the notice for the 411 hearing says you'll be offered to do an informal afterwards, and they jumped straight into formals without telling me.
Yeah.
And we went through 3 properties, and I go, these are informal, right? And then
Okay, no, you're aware
the
of the
older
process.
guy up there, he told me to be quiet and hush, and then I said, look, you can ask me to do things, you don't tell me. And then he got
Sorry
here,
about
yeah.
that.
So
We're separate entities, but I just want to make sure that you're aware of that. But you
I am, man.
process
I
is
really
great.
appreciate it, though,
Yes,
Ryan.
sir.
Thank you very much. They just expect people not to read the notices and follow them. I followed everything to the letter. Borrow a pen. Yeah. Just let it keep going.
Have you seen Betty? Have you seen Betty?
Who?
Lady.
Letty. No. Last I saw, she was going that way, but
Okay.
I haven't seen her lately here.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a water.
Hi,
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm doing all right. Howdy.
Let me get my keys.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I did.
Well, because I argued and I won, they're gonna make me wait forever.
We actually crushed the boxes and the lids and packed it because we want to try to. She has one, Henry. I'll be back.
You want to come back?
Really? Oh.
Yep.
All right.
You want to tell me you can help?
Okay. Hey, Henry.
Have the blues been back up here? Who? The blues been back up here? Haven't seen them lately. Yeah. They're probably the first one.
Alright. Gonna pause it or end it until there's more action and then I'll restart it.